Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be talking about AI, specifically how it's going to be shaping our world by 2025. So it's a little bit of future gazing. But to ground ourselves, we're going to be using a recent article called IV, Six AI Trends You'll See More of in 2025 by Paul Nyhan. And this was published by Microsoft just last week, so very, very recent stuff.
It's really amazing to think about how much AI is changing. Like it's
Yeah.
going from something that we use as a tool every once in a while to something that's really going to be integrated into every aspect of our
Yeah,
lives.
I mean, think about like AI companions helping us with daily tasks or like scientific breakthroughs, even like AI becoming more sustainable. So it's not just about making things easier. It's about like really empowering us to do things we couldn't even think of before.
Totally. So let's start with the foundation here. AI models, they're becoming smarter, faster, more specialized. They're going from being these generalists to really being experts in particular
But
fields.
it's almost like going from like a jack of all trades to like a brain surgeon.
Yeah, exactly. And the AI models are going to be incredibly capable in their areas. We're seeing the rise of these advanced reasoning capabilities like OpenAI's O1 model. And this can tackle complex problems with almost human-like logic.
Whoa.
So imagine AI comparing legal contracts or generating complex code or even managing complex medical workflows, all things that used to be exclusive to human experts.
Yeah. So is it more like instead of AI replacing jobs, it's giving everybody like a superpowered assistant?
I like that. It's augmenting human capabilities. And this article, it really highlights Microsoft's work with small phi models and how important curated data is for their training. It's like giving these models a really focused education, you know?
Yeah. So then they can really excel in those specific tasks.
Mm.
And what about synthetic data? The article mentions that too. It sounds kind of sci-fi.
It is pretty cool. Imagine training an athlete using like a hyper-realistic simulation. That's kind of what synthetic data does for AI models. It lets them learn and adapt in a really controlled environment before they get deployed in the real world.
Okay.
And models like Microsoft's Orca and Orca 2, these are great examples. Trained on synthetic data, and they're getting really good at very specific tasks, even though they're smaller in scale.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. So we're talking about a future where everybody from like lawyers to doctors to just everyday people
Mhm.
could have access to these really powerful specialized AI tools. That's pretty awesome. But what about our actual work lives? The article talks about AI agents becoming the apps of the AI era.
Yeah, that's a cool concept. Imagine instead of having separate apps for everything, you have a dedicated AI agent for each task. One that creates reports, another one that handles HR questions, and even one that manages your entire supply chain. So it's like having a whole team of experts at your fingertips.
Okay, yeah, sounds amazing, but also kind of intimidating. Will we all be out of jobs?
That's a common concern, but I think it's more about AI taking over those tedious and repetitive tasks, freeing us up to focus on the more strategic, creative, human-centric work.
So instead of spending hours on data entry, you
Mhm.
could focus on big picture strategy or building relationships. Okay, that makes me feel better. And the article mentions something called a constellation of agents. So not just one AI agent, but like a whole team of them.
Yeah, think about having multiple AI agents, each one specialized in a certain area, working together seamlessly to streamline operations.
So some might be simple question answers, while others could be highly autonomous systems managing really complex processes.
Right.
It's like having a personalized AI workforce.
In a way, yeah, but I think it's important to remember that human oversight in the development and deployment of these agents is crucial. We want to make sure they're used ethically and that we're addressing potential risks.
That definitely makes sense. So we've got these powerful AI models and agents changing the way we work. But what about our personal lives? The article talks about AI companions becoming a reality. Is that like having a personal assistant, but way cooler?
It's even cooler than that. Think about Microsoft Copilot evolving into this personalized AI companion, helping us with our everyday lives in a way that's more intuitive and personalized than any current AI can. So imagine Copilot summarizing news and weather reports in your preferred voice, or understanding web pages and offering helpful, context-aware suggestions, or even helping you decorate your new apartment based on your personal style.
So it's like having a friend who knows you inside and out and can help you with anything.
Exactly. So we've been talking about AI companions and all, but it's fascinating to think about how AI is going beyond just our personal tasks, like it's shaping our world on a larger scale, like in terms of resources and sustainability.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because like with all this incredible AI power, I was thinking, doesn't it require a ton of energy?
Yeah.
What about the environmental impact?
It's a great point, and it is a concern, but the industry is tackling this head on. Even though data center workloads have increased massively, the energy demand hasn't gone up nearly as much. The article highlights that while data center workloads increased ninefold between 2010 and 2020, electricity demand only rose by 10%.
Wow, that's actually really surprising. So AI is getting more sustainable.
Absolutely. And companies like Microsoft are investing a lot in making their AI infrastructure more efficient. They're partnering with AMD, Intel, NVIDIA, creating more powerful and efficient hardware. And Microsoft themselves are even developing custom silicon and these advanced cooling systems to really reduce energy consumption.
That's good to hear. It's great that sustainability is a top priority. What else is being done to make sure that AI is developed and used responsibly?
Well, the article emphasizes two key things: measurement and customization. It's about making sure that AI systems are thoroughly tested and customized to meet specific needs and follow ethical guidelines.
Can you explain that a little more? Like, what does measurement mean in the context of AI?
So think of it as this really rigorous quality control process. I mean, we've all heard about AI hallucinations where the AI generates incorrect or even like nonsensical information.
Right.
Measurement is all about developing those testing procedures to catch these hallucinations before they cause any real-world harm. It's also about staying one step ahead of, those who might try to exploit AI for malicious purposes.
Uh,
So it's like this constant game of cat and mouse, making sure that the AI is safe and secure.
right. Okay. And what about customization then? How does that play into responsible AI development?
So, customization gives organizations the ability to control how AI applications operate within their own specific context. For instance, a gaming company might want to customize their AI to filter out violent content,
Oh, yeah.
while a medical institution would probably need strict privacy controls on patient data.
I see. So it's about giving people the tools to shape AI to their own needs and ethical guidelines.
Absolutely. It's putting that power in the hands of the users so they can define what responsible AI means for their own unique situation.
So we're seeing these powerful AI models and agents changing the way we work. We're talking about personalized companions, enriching our lives. And it's all being developed with this focus on sustainability and responsibility. But the article also mentions AI's impact on scientific breakthroughs. What can you tell us about that?
Well, AI is already driving some incredible discoveries in fields like supercomputing and drug development. One of the most exciting examples is AI2BMD, Microsoft Research's AI-powered protein simulation system.
Okay.
Imagine scientists being able to virtually test millions of drug combinations, but in a fraction of the time it takes today. It could revolutionize drug discovery and biomedical research.
That's mind-blowing. So AI isn't just making our lives easier, it's also helping us tackle some of the world's biggest challenges. It sounds like by 2025, AI won't just be a tool, it's going to be woven into the fabric of our lives.
You got it. And it will transform how we work, how we live, and even how we solve global challenges. But we should remember that this article is mostly focused on Microsoft's vision. What about the rest of the AI landscape, Are other companies and organizations doing equally amazing things?
That's a good point. It would be really interesting to explore those other developments and consider the wider implications of this technology that's changing so rapidly. Maybe that's something we can talk about in the final part of our deep dive.
Absolutely. Let's broaden our horizons and see what else is out there in the world of AI.
Welcome back to our deep dive. It's the final part of our AI adventure. And we've talked a lot about Microsoft's vision for the future. But AI is obviously a global phenomenon. It's happening everywhere. So what's happening beyond Microsoft's world? What else is out there?
Well, it's really cool to see that AI innovation isn't limited to just one company. There's this whole ecosystem of universities, startups, open source communities, all pushing the boundaries of AI.
It's like a global brain trust all working together.
Exactly. And one area that's really exploding right now is open source AI models. Think of it as AI for everyone. These models are freely available for anyone to use and modify, which is really fostering collaboration and speeding up the pace of innovation.
It's like the democratization of AI. So anybody with the skills and passion can contribute to its development?
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It really is. And this open source approach is leading to some super powerful AI tools that are accessible to everyone, from researchers and developers to students and just people who are curious about AI. So it's really leveling the playing field and opening up AI to a much wider audience.
Are there any specific examples of these open source AI projects that are making a big splash?
Yeah. Definitely one great example is Hugging Face. It's a platform that hosts thousands of open source AI models covering everything from natural language processing to computer vision. It's like this giant library of AI building blocks that anyone can access and use to create their own AI applications.
So it's really a game changer.
Yeah, for sure.
So we've got all these incredible advancements happening, but with all this rapid development, are there concerns about the ethical implications of AI? It's one thing to have AI sorting our emails, but what happens when it starts making decisions that impact our lives in bigger ways?
It's a really important question. And as AI becomes more powerful and more integrated into our lives, we definitely need to be thoughtful about its ethical implications. We need to make sure that it's developed and used in a way that benefits everyone, and that it doesn't create new problems or exacerbate existing inequalities.
So it's not just about what AI can do, but what it should do.
Exactly. We need to be really proactive in shaping a future where AI is used responsibly and ethically. And that means asking some tough questions like, how do we prevent bias in algorithms? How do we protect privacy in this world of constant data collection? How do we make sure that AI doesn't make social inequalities even worse?
Yeah, those are some big questions. It feels a little overwhelming. Where do we even start to address these challenges?
Well, I think the first step is awareness. We need to educate ourselves about AI, its potential benefits, and its potential risks. We need to understand how it works, how it's being used, and what the consequences could be.
So knowledge is power.
Exactly. And we can use that knowledge to advocate for responsible AI development. We can support organizations and initiatives that are focused on these ethical challenges, and we can push for regulations that protect our privacy and ensure AI is used for the benefit of society as a whole.
Okay, so it's not about being afraid of AI. It's about understanding it, shaping it, and making sure it's used for good.
Absolutely. AI has the potential to help us solve some of our biggest challenges, like climate change and healthcare, but it also has risks if we don't manage it responsibly. So we need to work together to create a future where AI empowers everyone and makes the world a better place.
Well, on that note of cautious optimism, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into the world of AI. We've covered a lot from personalized companions and AI agents changing how we work, the AI's impact on scientific breakthroughs, and all the ethical considerations we need to keep in mind.
It's been a fantastic journey exploring this amazing and rapidly changing field.
And to everyone listening out there, we encourage you to keep exploring the world of AI. Ask questions, stay informed, and be part of the conversation because the future of AI isn't set in stone. It's something that we're all creating together. Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
And stay curious, everyone. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into a fascinating topic.